When you say establishing operation, that means it has an evocative effect to the behavior, the momentarily behavior. It evokes the behavior.
1, 2, 3, and don't you stop the music, get into it, won't you dance with me? Find a place and lose it, you can do it, won't you dance?
Hi guys! Welcome back to ZM2J's channel. This is Jocelyn P. Mangibin, a board-certified behavior analyst and an international behavior analyst. So if you're new to this channel, we are tackling about applied behavior analysis. It is actually a science in which we are finding the variables that directly affect your child's behavior. So for today's video clip is very important. I have been receiving some questions about why is the reinforcer not effective for today. For some time it's effective, but after a few days it drops. So we are now gonna talk about motivating operation. Motivating operation describes the environmental variable in which it alters. Number one, the effectivity of the item as a reinforcer, or the reinforcing value of the item at the moment. And it alters the behavior at the moment, the frequency of the momentarily behavior. So what is going on right now? It's because of the motivating operation. So basically we have two types of motivating operation. Number one is the establishing operation, and number two is abolishing operation. Both of them has this value altering and the behavior altering. Now, let's talk about the establishing operation. When you say establishing operation, that means it has an evocative effect to the behavior, the momentarily behavior. It evokes the behavior. And opposite to that is the abolishing operation. So in abolishing operation, there is a behavior altering effect. And that's what we call decreasing in the current frequency or magnitude of the behavior. So for the abolishing operation, the value altering effect, it decreases the reinforcing effectiveness of the stimulus. So again, the two types of motivating operations are number one, establishing operation, and number two, abolishing operations. That has value altering effects and behavior altering effects. Now let's go to the more practical way, okay? Not the technical way. In the value altering effects, we have two types. Number one is the unconditioned motivating operations, which are unlearned. And number two is conditioned motivating operations, which are learned according to the history or the contingencies. When you say that is an unconditioned motivating operations, we have some samples. We don't learn it. For example, you are deprived of food. So your behavior of requesting or finding the food in that moment that you are deprived will be increasing. Another example of unconditioned motivating operation is deprivation of air or oxygen, being too warm or too cold. So you need to find some ways how to make your body cold or how to make your body warm. Sex deprivation, increase in pain, water deprivation, and even activity deprivation. So those are the things or stimuli that when you are deprived, those are unlearned, because we don't need to learn how to be hungry. We don't need to learn how to find food just to fill in our body, okay? Even the oxygen, sex deprivation, and so on and so forth, the ones that I gave earlier. Now, for the conditioned motivating operations, we have what we call surrogate, transitive, and reflexive. How do we do that? How do we explain that in layman's term? The surrogate is like, for example, you are seeing something, and with that history that you saw, oh, you already had the history with that item and you wanted to have it now. So there is an evocative effect in your body that you wanted to have it. It is conditioned, that means it's learned. Okay, the next one is transitive. For the transitive, you needed something to get reinforcement. Okay, so you cannot get the reinforcement unless that thing is available. And for the conditioned motivating operation, reflexive, you are actually avoiding something that is getting worse. Okay, for the scenario that you saw, you had a history that when you did that behavior and you did not do something, then it became worse. And that's why you are avoiding it to happen. And that's what we call reflexive. And with that, I would like to show you very good examples about conditioned motivating operations and unconditioned motivating operations. Just take a look at this.
This is the example of conditioned motivating operation surrogate.
Mommy, can we get McDonald's?
So basically, he's just watching some McDonald's advertisement, and then because of the history of he had this the taste of the McDonald's, and he requested for McDonald's.
So guys, we are here in Alwadba Lake and I'm wearing my sweatshirt now, and I would like to show you what is an unconditioned motivating operation, in which if you are too warm or too cold, then your need of being cold is higher right now. So for me, it's too warm in here since I'm wearing sweatshirt, and that is an unconditioned motivating operation that I need to take off my sweatshirt so that I can feel cold, a little cold. Okay? So guys, a few hours after I took off my jacket, I needed to put it on again because it's getting cold in here. And again, it's another unconditioned motivating operation that when it's getting cold, you need to be warm. So I'm getting the jacket now, okay? Good morning, guys. We are still here in Alawatba Lake, and we had our camping, and our campsite is over there, somewhere in there. Where? There. Okay, so this time it's 6 a.m. here in Abu Dhabi, and it's very cold, like when you are in Baguio City, I guess, and like higher than that, I could say. I mean lower temperature than that, and there's a lake here like that. So now that the jacket that I put on last night, that I thought it's enough, I think it's not enough. So my behavior of finding more warmth is getting higher, and again, that's an unconditioned motivating operation. It's because it's natural to us. We don't learn it, so we just find some ways how to get warmth. Okay, so that's one of the unconditioned motivating operations. And now for our conditioned motivating operation, reflexive, that something is signaling that something is going to be worsened. Like it's going to be hot now because the sun is really high. So my jacket or my sweatshirt will not be important as of now, and I need to take it off, be proactive, so that I don't feel the real hotness in my body. So that's how the conditioned motivating operation reflexive. So guys, here I got my tea and my coffee. So for the conditioned motivating operations with the transitive, before I can have my reinforcement of coffee or tea, I need to get something to finish that process, in which I need hot water, and actually I need a cup so I can get my reinforcement. So that is a transitive. So I'm transferring the process of the reinforcement from the cup. from here to the cup because I cannot get my reinforcer without having the cup. So that is the conditioned motivating operation transitive. Guys, we're going home and we're done with our camping. And this time I'm gonna show you another example of conditioned motivating operation transitive. So we are in the car and we cannot use the car without the key. Where's the key? So we need to use the key so that my husband can drive the car. So that is a transitive. So we need to find something else so we can continue the action and we can continue the behavior and we can get the reinforcement. So that's it, guys. I hope you learned something about our conditioned and unconditioned motivating operations. And we have also what we call conditioned motivating operations surrogate, transitive, and reflexive. I hope you also got the idea on why your child is not liking it today and then the next day he will like it. It really depends on the condition of your child's environment. Like for example, the situation that your child is full, then your child will not be motivated to request the food. Or your child has been playing for a while with that toys, then your child will not be motivated to play with another kids. So and so on and so forth. So find ways how to catch up your child's motivation and then reinforce a positive behavior rather than negative behaviors. Thank you so much, guys, for staying with me. I hope you enjoyed it and you learned something. If you think this video is very important and very helpful for you, please don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and of course hit the like button and share this to your friends. Thank you so much. God bless you all.